A gardener spots a strange insect on a tomato leaf. Spiky, dark, moving fast. It doesn't look like anything they want near their plants, so they remove it without a second thought. Crisis avoided. Weeks later, the aphids explode, entire stems covered. The plant is struggling under an infestation that seems to have appeared from nowhere, but it didn't appear from nowhere. It appeared the moment the thing keeping it in check was removed. What if the insect you killed was already fighting the pest problem for you? Why this matters? Most gardeners divide insects into two simple categories: good, bad, helpful, harmful. Nature doesn't draw that line nearly as cleanly, and the gap between those two ideas is exactly where most garden mistakes happen. The truth is, a healthy garden may already have its own pest control team quietly working before a gardener ever steps outside. Most people just don't recognize the uniforms. Discovery. Here's the realization that changes how this entire video works. The insect wasn't the problem. It was the solution. And recognizing the difference between the two might be the single most overlooked skill in gardening. Mistaken identity number 1, lady beetle larva. This one looks like something to be afraid of. Spiky, dark, almost prehistoric. Nothing like the friendly red and black beetle most people associate with good luck in a garden. It moves quickly across leaves and stems, and its appearance alone is usually enough to trigger an immediate response. That response is almost always the wrong one. This is the larval stage of the lady beetle, and pound for pound, it's an even more effective aphid hunter than the adult it eventually becomes. A single larva can work through dozens of aphids in a day, clearing infestations before they have any chance to spread. Thousands of gardeners remove this insect every single year, mistaking the garden's most efficient aphid control for a threat that needs eliminating. Mistaken identity number 2, hoverfly. This one announces itself with a warning most people instinctively trust: yellow and black stripes. A buzzing flight pattern that mimics a wasp closely enough to fool almost anyone at a glance. It's harmless. Completely. Hoverflies don't sting. They don't bite. The resemblance is pure mimicry, a survival strategy borrowed from a more intimidating insect, with none of the actual danger behind it. What makes this one worth paying attention to isn't just the adult, it's what the adult becomes responsible for. Hoverfly larvae are voracious aphid predators, and a single female can lay eggs that produce dozens of these hunters directly into an aphid colony. The insect that looks dangerous enough to avoid may be the one quietly protecting your vegetables. Mistaken identity number 3, parasitic wasp. The name alone does most of the damage here. Parasitic wasp sounds like something from a nightmare, and most people never get close enough to learn otherwise. These wasps are often so small they're barely visible. No interest in stinging people. No interest in human spaces at all. Their entire purpose is laser-focused on specific garden pests. They lay eggs inside caterpillars, aphids, and other problem insects. And what emerges afterward eliminates the pest from the inside out. It sounds unsettling, described that way. It's also one of the most precise, effective forms of natural pest control that exists in any garden. One of the most valuable insects you'll ever have working for you is also one you'll almost never notice. There's a pattern forming here that's worth pausing on. The insects people fear most? The spiky ones, the wasp lookalikes, the ones with intimidating names, keep turning out to be exactly the insects helping the most. That's not a coincidence. Fear tends to follow appearance, not behavior. And appearance is the least reliable thing to judge an insect by. Mistaken identity number 4, spider. Few things trigger a faster reaction in a garden than a spider. The instinct is immediate. Remove it. Destroy the web. Move on. But that web wasn't placed randomly. Spiders position themselves exactly where insect traffic is highest. Near flowering plants, along fences where pests travel, and between tomato stems where moths and beetles frequently pass through. A single garden spider can account for a meaningful reduction in the pest population around it, simply by doing what spiders do without any encouragement or maintenance required. That messy web stretched across your tomato plants might be one of the most effective pieces of pest control already operating in your garden. Mistaken identity. Number 5. Ground beetle. This one is rarely even seen. Ground beetles work almost exclusively at night, hidden under mulch and leaf litter during the day, emerging after dark to hunt slugs, snails, cutworms, and other soil-level pests that cause damage gardeners often can't explain. By morning, the evidence of their work is gone. No insect is waiting to be noticed. No obvious sign of what just happened overnight. Just slightly fewer pests than there should have been, and no clear reason why. The garden may already be protecting itself while you sleep, quietly, consistently, without ever asking for credit. Common mistake. The mistake almost every gardener makes at some point is the same one: reacting before identifying, killing first, observing later, if at all. It feels productive in the moment. Something strange appears, something gets removed, and the problem feels handled. But the pest is usually the one that survives that instinct. It reproduces fast, hides well, and recovers quickly from disruption. The helper insect, the lady beetle larva, the hoverfly, the parasitic wasp, often doesn't recover nearly as easily. Slower reproduction, smaller populations, far more vulnerable to a single moment of mistaken identity. One wrong reaction can remove the very thing keeping a bigger problem from happening. Healthy gardens aren't protected because every insect gets removed. They're protected because the right ones get to stay. That's the actual system at work behind gardens that seem to manage themselves. Fewer infestations, fewer mystery problems, and less need for constant intervention. Not because nothing is happening out there, because the right insects are already handling it. The next time you find a strange insect in the garden, pause before reacting. Look closer. Notice what it's actually doing, not just what it looks like it might do. Because the creature you're about to remove, the one that looks spiky, strange, or unmistakably dangerous, might already be working for you.